Hello, and welcome to RIME Entertainment Showcase with your hosts, Rita and Mel.
This is Paris, the capital of gastronomy. With 115 top-rated restaurants, 1 million baguettes devoured each day.
Et bah c'est parti! So, what's this?
Planet Earth, home to a growing number of Homo sapiens and a whole lot of other creatures. It's a great place to live. But when it comes to the future of our small planet, the truth is, I've given up. And the odds are, so have you. What if there was another path?
I know I am a filmmaker, and there's no other choice for me.
Hi everyone, and welcome to RIME Entertainment Showcase Paris International Film Festival Special. Today we are talking to producer Nancy Hanjiang-Shen and executive producer Bill Einreinhofer for their amazing film Invisible Love. Welcome to the show, Bill and Nancy. Welcome.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here.
Excellent.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. No worries. So, Invisible Love has been selected for the Paris International Film Festival, and it's the world premiere as well. So how does it feel to have this honor?
It is wonderful to be premiering in Paris. You look at the history of film, you look back at the Lumiere brothers, who pretty much invented the media along with Thomas Edison. As I understand it, the very first exhibition of a film that people paid to get in to see took place in Paris. So for us to be stepping onto the world stage in Paris is very, very special for us.
Yeah, amazing. How about yourself, Nancy? How does it feel?
We are absolutely happy about it because when I noticed that we've been selected by the Paris International Film Festival, I shared the great news to the entire crew, and everybody was happy and eager to go to Paris. Yay, let's go to Paris!
Exactly, as you thought. Yeah.
And especially the time, February 4th to 14th, it's this year's Asian Lunar New Year, like a Chinese, Vietnamese, which we're involving with. So everybody was happy in the right time, perfect time, and happy.
Amazing.
Yeah, actually, television and online and video viewing goes through the roof during Lunar New Year, or in China, it's known as Spring Festival.
Yeah.
So the best TV programs of the year are saved for Spring Festival. So this timing is fabulous.
This is amazing. It's very, it's quite auspicious as well, which is perfect timing. So, I mean, the film again, I mean, congratulations on being selected. I mean, the film Invisible Love, tell us more about this film. What can the viewers expect without giving too much away, of course?
I'll let Nancy take the lead on this.
For the Invisible Love, I can start with the very beginning, how we get involved. When the director got the novel, it's a adapt film from a novel. The novel called Love Ghost or Ghost Love. Okay. When he got the script in Vietnam, and he was thinking, wow, Vietnam is a very beautiful place. And when he in that Asian country, he feels like when he see the yellow wall, the ancient wall, and with the rain, because Vietnam is a very humid country, especially in Da Nang and Hội An. So when the rain comes up, the heavy rains and the old scene, he thought there must be some story behind that scene. Yeah. Then he checked the script, we read the script, we feel like, wow, that should be the film, and the film should involve love, because that is the universal topic. Yeah. So in that beautiful scene, we put the love inside, then come up with the film.
It's a period piece. It takes place during the 1930s in what was then known as French Indochina. Mm-hmm. And the central character is a woman who is asking for nothing more than love. That's all she wants. And yet time and again, she is betrayed by men who they want what they want, and that's really all that they want. Mm-hmm. And while it's certainly, the story is of a time, it is of a place, you'll see the film, and really, I think we captured the feel of what is now Vietnam during that period of time. Yeah. The story is universal. I mean, this is not confined to any one culture. There's also a subtext about colonialism, yeah, and the absolutely corrosive effect that colonialism has both on the colonizers as well as the people who were colonized. Yeah. But if you don't care about politics, that's fine. The main story really is incredibly engaging, and we're fortunate in that the actors we're working with are just wonderfully talented, and they brought so much to their characters. It took a while to shoot because on the set we were constantly playing around with the script and playing around with the look. So it's certainly one of the most collaborative productions I've ever worked on.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like obviously the emphasis is on this woman's passion and her ambition to share love and feel love and be love. How did you manage to capture this on screen? I mean, can you give us some insight into the filming aspects of it?
Well, I think the first assistant director should address that question.
So it is the story about the woman, right? The main character is the woman. So as I said, love is a universal topic, no matter man or woman. But in this film, we emphasize on her because I feel very related. And it's a story about her entire life from the beginning to the end, from the young, very young to the middle age and in the end of her life. So how we present each stage of her, there are so many ways. One thing it's very visually, you can immediately tell is each stage by her dressing, by her face, through her, this time period of her time, it's different. Like when you're young with your high school lovers or classmates, you're like super excited, full of energy. But when she being with another guy, you feel like, wow, man, the whole world right now, this period, I'm super, super down.
Yeah.
So visually, that is the one of the tricks we show how the woman feels, how the love present the period.
Yeah.
One of the great challenges was that, you know, this is a China, Vietnam, US co-production. So that when we were working on the set, we were working in 3 different languages. And just the fact we actually understood each other was rather amazing. Because so much had to be translated, we had to take our time. And whereas usually on the set, it's bang, 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 you know, time is money. We want to get this scene done. We want to move on. We couldn't do it. There's no way that we could rush. So there's a lot of thought to it. There is a lot that is communicated non-verbally through facial expressions, through the motions, the movement of the characters. So that even to an extent, you might not even listen to what people are saying, just by watching them, just seeing how they interact, just seeing how they don't interact. You get the key messages of the film.
Yeah, definitely. And it comes through even from the trailer alone, just seeing that you already get the feel from that. Moving into a bit more of that, there's elements of abuse and some really traumatic themes in there. How difficult was it to capture on screen, or even for the actors to go through that? There must have been a bit of a more of like a deep dive to be able to create that that sort of emotion on screen.
Nancy, you were there for all the scenes.
Yeah, I can share one of my experience when we were shooting on set. Vietnam, when we were shooting over there, it's like full of raining, like every day raining, unexpected raining day. So it also affects our shooting schedule. Then later on, we give up, not go through with the like previous planned shooting schedule, which just depends on the weather.
Yeah.
Luckily, our film has a lot of scene in rain, like raining days.
Okay, good.
So, rain is like super romantic, something happened. So there's one thing when the main character, the woman and the guy, there's a parting scene, like say goodbye scene in one of the end of the film. So that day it's like super heavy rain and it's flooded because Hoi An, that place is flooded, totally flooded. Then the camera guy was super nervous. Oh my God, thousands of money of like equipment. What should we do? Then we decided, okay, this is it. What it is.
Yeah.
We have to. There's a problem. We have to solve it.
Yeah.
So me, director, and the director make a decision. Okay, let's do it. It's on the bridge. Underneath of the bridge, there's a nice river, and all flooded, and the water is all come into our knee. It's like 3 feet on the knee, also on the thigh. Then we are like moving very slowly, and on top of the bridge. So the guy who is holding a rickshaw, it's like Vietnamese rickshaw.
Oh yes,
yeah, wearing a Vietnamese style raincoat, standing under the heavy rain, and the character and our actor and actress was just walking underneath of the heavy rain, slowly with the very tiny little light over there. We just seeing their backwards, slowly, like far away out of it. It's a very beautiful, poetic scene. That is what I want to share with you guys, because the scene is under.
So in a way, it was like almost kind of like a blessing in terms of the rain. I mean, obviously you know, it was very extensive, but the fact that you managed to capture that beautiful scene of them, you know, I think it just adds to the film. Would you say that you captured a beautiful moment in that?
I think we captured a lot of beautiful moments. If you look at the film, if you look at the color palette, if you look, it's beautiful. It is an absolutely beautiful film. And that's because our DP, he's an artist and he's very much in demand. And we were very lucky to get him. And in fact, I think he actually turned something else down in order to work with us. And so we're very, very appreciative. Visually, it captures that era. You know, it doesn't look like today, even though we didn't build any locations. We were, this is, you know, this is all the things as they are now. But when you see these things as they are now, they don't look like they're from now. They look from then. The production team was incredibly resourceful. And so time and again, they took what might be a disaster in another production and turned it into an opportunity.
Definitely, yeah. And again, it's just got such a powerful, it's like, you know, it's the powerful art behind it that's really lifted the film as well as the story. And this is just coming through from this interview. So I'm really, you know, we're really grateful for these descriptions of what actually took place. Any other particular memorable moments, either being on set or even when it was going from concept to the actual filming? Any particular bits of good stories to share?
When we were scouting locations, we were looking for an old prison. And indeed, in Da Nang, there is what had been during colonial times, a prison. And it's kind of beat up, but it's still standing. And in fact, you see at the very beginning of the film, a very important scene takes place there. And we're walking through this now deserted prison. And I step into one of the cells and, you know, it's small and it's damp and it's dark. And somebody closes the door. And I just think to myself, well, this is a heck of a way to end my career in an abandoned prison in Vietnam. But however, somebody, you know, no, didn't lock. So I was able to get out. But again, the amount of time that was spent looking for the right locations it comes through. You know, admittedly, we are a small independent film. We did not have the resources of major studios. We could not build a prison set. We could not build a hospital. We could not build a home. We couldn't build any of those things. So Hoi An, which is it's near Da Nang, about as we used to say, about 20 clicks south of Da Nang. And it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And a large portion of the town has been preserved so that you actually see architecture and locations from that previous era. That was a challenge. You know, Vietnam is changing so quickly. It's growing so quickly. The economy is growing so much. All the old stuff's going away. And you know, they're building all these big new buildings. Fortunately, we could shoot in Hoi An and able to get that authenticity. Yeah.
It's amazing. And I think that's the biggest one there because of where it's set. And if you're on a limited budget, that authenticity and to get that era presented so well is so difficult. That's it's really, I mean, it's great to see, of course, the movement that Vietnam has, but it's also nice to be able to preserve some of those areas where you can still film and, you know, see that authentic
And you've managed to
history
capture
there.
that in your film, which is so great.
The only problem we had was we have an American actor who plays one of the leading roles, and it's it's a period piece, and he's supposed to be wearing two-tone shoes, and his feet were too big, and so we couldn't get those shoes in Vietnam. So we said, can you buy them in New York? And so he bought it. He bought the shoes in New York and brought them, and it was fine.
Perfect. That's
And
challenging.
actually, Bill, also you act one of the characters in the show. You should present yourself.
It was very, very nice. The director asked me to do this little cameo role, and I was the director of a hospital that was in Da Nang during the 1930s, during the French colonial period. And I've always respected actors, but I do so much more now because everyone around me, they always got their lines right. They always delivered their lines the same way. They always hit their marks.
Yeah.
Me, not so much. And a couple of times the scene had to be edited, so it cut away from me and then came back because the actor, me, didn't do as good a job as he might have.
Is that the truth, Nancy? Well, I'm sure you're fine.
You're just very humble. You will see. I love his entire style in the film. Definitely the best part. And for me, I would like to share one of the very little story of Invisible Love. How does the name coming from? Because as I said, the name is called Love Ghost, like a ghost is not there. It's kind of scary. It doesn't sound like a romantic film. Then one day when me and Bill, we were in Da Nang, I think, after a cup of coffee under a small coffee shop, also a rainy day, I guess. Then we were in a car. I sat next to Bill. I said, well, Bill, can you come up some names which sounds better? Like something you can see love, but you cannot actually sing it. Is there any beautiful poetic name you can think of? And Bill said, something cannot sing means invisible love. I said, perfect, that was the name. That's why we have the name in English.
That's perfect. And again, it's something you can't see, but you can only feel. And and again, the actual message, the ambition of woman is to inspire love. Just from this conversation, now we can really see where that meaning of that message is. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. And again, we can only say congratulations once more for being selected. And we can't wait for the world premiere. We really are excited.
We are too.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, definitely.
Are you currently working on any new projects at the moment?
Well, myself, I'm primarily an educator, but I am involved with a documentary project that once again will deal it'll be in Asia. It's going to deal with the United States and China and Japan. It's a period piece from the era of the Pacific War. We are kind of stalled out right now because of COVID-19. And we're looking at how we might be able to do the interviews in a non-traditional way, because there's simply no way that we could just travel around the world shooting interviews now. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. Sounds good.
And for me, I'm working on a documentary which I was been working on for almost start from 2010. It's about a 93-year-old American artist who is the pioneer of computer art artist. And she found out the world's top 10 secret in the world. She also been to Japan during the World War II, and her entire life and her whole life was being impact on the the bomb, 2 bombs. And it's passed through her whole family, her son, her granddaughter, her great-grandson. So that is the film. It's about her, about the artworks, about her family, and about the whole American people.
Amazing. It's great. Definitely look forward. We'll keep an eye out for those 2 projects. But yeah, definitely keep us posted. And yeah, we can't wait to see it when it comes to fruition. Excellent. Well, so I mean, I guess we'd just like to say congratulations once again. We're really looking forward to watching it. I know the viewers out there, you know, if you haven't got your passes yet, go and get your festival passes. Be ready to watch Invisible Love. And yeah, again, well done. And we can't wait to see you again throughout the festival.
Well, thank you for inviting us.
You're welcome. Take care.
样是我在雨中相遇，看样子好像是遇到了什么事情。
You're the best person I've ever met.
Anh sẽ không để cho em chịu chút xíu tổn thương nào đâu.
We'll have a wedding, and I'll invite the 2 people that I know, and you can invite everyone that you know.
That's great.
开心吗今天？
Anh muốn cưới em.
Đừng lừa dối em.
所有见不得人的东西都是丑陋的。
I am not going to stir up memories of past scandals. She has to go.
Who do you think I am? I'm not that shameless. Let me go.
那都过去了，还计较什么？她现在是我老婆。
你这就是计较。
婚姻成了一场浩劫。
Vẫn còn nhớ nhung nhỏ đó hả?
Are you ready to marry her?
Ta không cần quay lại từ lâu rồi.
Mà anh mới phải kết hôn với cô ta thôi.
Hoa, I love you.
Nhưng anh không hề yêu cô ta.
我根本不认为他们般配。我甚至想问一下阮世花，这是怎么回事？
Đừng có quản những chuyện này.
Rốt cuộc tôi đã bỏ lỡ điều gì?
We hope you enjoyed the show. Stay tuned for more RIME Entertainment Showcase.